Hi, my name is Renee Stevens.
My name's Corellin Stevens, and we are here to announce that on December 21st, 2012,
We're going to be moving to a pay-it-forward society.
which means we're going to be getting rid of the concept of ownership.
That's one of the things that we're going to be doing.
We are also going to stop using currency.
Very important.
And we are going to change the meaning of two words, success and profit. Success is going to mean the measure of whether you're having a harmonious relationship with the people around you and your environment. And profit is going to mean to make happy and healthy people. And from now on, after December 21st, 2012, that is what our children are going to learn as the definition, as the dictionary definition of success and profit.
So, in order to get a lot of these things done, we're going to have to completely reform the world governments. But let's start out with the idea of ownership. So the idea of ownership, what ownership basically does is stop people from using things that they otherwise should be able to use. The resources of the planet are free. They've been free for as long as the planet has been around.
The planet has never charged anybody,
any creature, any entity on this planet for
the use of its resources. So the oil comes free, the gold comes free, the silver comes free, the wood comes free, and this list just goes on and on. I mean, everything around you that you see came to us for free. Now,
somewhere
along the line,
somebody got a bright idea that they would say that they owned, the free land of the world. And what they meant by that was they were going to stop other people or other animals from using resources or land of the planet because
they would it was theirs, and these people now had to pay for it with this currency, which
just represents control of labor and planetary resources.
And control of the people who are using the currency. If you believe that currency has value, then you believe that you cannot have things unless you have the currency. And that's currently what we all believe. We believe that our currency, whatever you're using, we use a dollar because we're here in America. We believe that the currency has value, and so we think, when we go to a store or wherever we are, that we need this currency to get things. And the truth of the matter is that we don't need currency. Currency is not a human need. It is just simply something that has been infused into our society to, as far as I can tell, keep us divided from the things that we've made.
And each other.
And to keep us, truly divided from those who say that they have all of the currency. And that would be, currently right now, the 1%, who have more money or currency than they even know what to do with. And they obviously don't want to share, because when you get a lot of something, if you're human, you become sick, and really we call that a hoarding condition.
So what happens with currency under the system of ownership is we relate it to the game of Monopoly. And if anybody's ever played Monopoly before, then you know that, first of all, there is no good, there's no nice game of Monopoly. What the game of Monopoly does is it actually amplifies the worst traits of human behavior. Greed, selfishness, dishonesty, deception, everything that you can think of, envy, jealousy, fear.
And we have our own story about that. We played Monopoly many years ago. We actually haven't played Monopoly since we played this one Monopoly game where things got really out of control. We were playing, And I'm very competitive, and I won the entire board. I mean, I won everything. It got to the point where I literally owned the entire board. And Renee wanted to stop playing, but I didn't want Renee to stop playing because I felt really powerful because I owned the whole board. And I said, no, I want you to keep playing. You know, here, I'm going to write you these paper IOUs, and here I am writing these paper IOUs. And he's going around the board, and he's falling deeper and deeper into debt and feeling worse and worse and worse.
That's right. I was feeling really bad because I was losing. I had already lost all my property. I was busted. I was like, you know what? This is really feeling crappy. I just keep on going around the board, borrowing more money from you to pay it back to you, and I'm not getting anywhere. And so
he finally started crying.
Yeah, that's right. I broke down and freaking crying. I was crying.
He finally started crying, and
I was like, I don't want to play this game anymore. It's stupid. And that's what happened. So my suffering stopped when I finally said, you know what? No, I'm not going to play this stupid game anymore. I'm putting it away. We're going to put it away. And Carl, who is usually a nice person, after we put the game away, she went back to being a nice person. So, and I wasn't suffering anymore because I wasn't losing a stupid game.
So what we're seeing in terms of humanity now needing to move to the Pay It Forward system on December 21st, 2012, is that it's time to put away the Monopoly game. The 1% have won.
That's right.
And
they own
you know what, you guys? Congratulations! You're good Monopoly players.
You got it. You did it.
You did it. Yay, Warren Buffett, Ray Bill Nye, you know, whoever else you can think of.
Okay.
But we don't need the money. See, because the 99%, we're already doing all of the work.
That's right.
We're growing the food.
The resources
we're distributing the food.
We're turning it into consumables for other people to use.
We're constructing the homes. You name it, the 99% is doing it, and we're going to keep on doing that. After December 21st, 2012, we're just not going to use money anymore. We're going to start providing the services
to each other.
For free. And not just to each other, but to people all over the world. And we're going to start employing everybody all over the world because we're going to need a lot of help to implement this system and make sure that people have homes and are clothed and are fed and have the things they need. And right now there are a lot of people all over this planet crying out for help. And there is a way to a better world. And if we move to a Pay It Forward society, since the definition of profit is now, if you can remember what we said, it's going to be to make happy and healthy people. That's what we're going to be assessing at the end of the day. We're going to say, did we make happy and healthy people? And were we successful? That means, do we have a harmonious relationship with our environment?
And other people.
So we have a lot of work to do in order to implement this, and we need everybody's input. But the fact remains, this is what we are now doing.
So if you think about the planet and our species, and it's a good analogy is that Mother Earth has invited us to stay
on the planet.
And so we are her guests on this planet, and we're being very, very bad house guests. So if you had a house and you invited some people over to your house and they started renting out your rooms to other people so that they could profit off of it, or that means get more in the current definition of profit, get more money or currency or control over labor and resources, and then they started also selling the stuff in your house to other people, you'd probably be pretty upset. You'd probably be like, you know what, I out of the kindness of my heart, I let you stay in my place, and you're completely taking advantage of me and all these other people around you. You're being a horrible house guest. Not only are we, selling, renting out rooms to other people and selling the stuff to other people. I mean, we're also very, very slovenly. We use things and don't replace it. We leave messes all over the place. And, you know, if you had a house guest in your house that was like that, you'd be like, nah, you gotta go. You're leaving. That's it. You can't stay here anymore. But see, the planet's not going to do that to us.
Or she might eventually
Yeah,
if
that's
we keep
true.
this up. I
She
mean, if
might.
we keep, you know, spilling oil into the oceans
Making messes and not
throwing
cleaning up
bombs
after
all over the
ourselves.
place. I mean, that is
Wrecking her house.
that's
you know.
unacceptable behavior.
It's very
It's uncivilized. That's what it is. It's uncivilized. And the fact of the matter is we don't need money. I don't need money to be civilized. I don't think you need money to be civilized. You know, I was at Fred Meyer's today. They had a sample counter. I didn't run over to the sample counter 50 times and keep eating pieces of cheese or whatever was there. No, you take one or two and you're mindful that there's other people in the store. Well, I think that we can behave like that all the time in this society.
Without money.
Without the money. And then that way we don't really have to worry about what the 1% is doing. I mean, we can ask the 1% to join us if they want to join us and they want to contribute to society, or if they want to sit over in a corner and play Monopoly, they can do that. But the fact of the matter is
we're going to stop this game.
We don't need the money. We don't need the money. What we need to do is put away the game, and we need to clean up the planet.
That's
and
right.
I hate to point out the elephant in the room, but this planet is a mess. And to say that there are no jobs is preposterous. There are more jobs on this planet right now
than there are people.
Than there are people to do them.
That's right.
I mean, my God, this place is a mess. There are naked, starving people everywhere. There are people who need medical care.
There's pollution all over the place.
We've made a ginormous mess.
A huge mess under this ownership system, and
the 1%. You know, they just can't think of anything that we can do. It's like, I can think of plenty of things that we can do. And
the 1% just, they can't think of anything they want to pay us to do. So, you know what? Let's disregard that. We don't need to be paid for anything because we're not going to be using currency anymore.
And we're not going to be paying for anything. You know, if we cut down a tree and we build Joe a house, Joe's going to have a house.
Yeah, that's it. He's not going to have to pay us for it.
No, and
all
if he
he's
needs
going to have to
water,
do is pay it forward. That means he's going to go back out into society and he's going to contribute because he is happy and healthy.
And and that's the whole point. We want to turn out, the whole point is to make happy and healthy people. Happy and healthy people naturally want to contribute to society. And I think that people naturally want to get up every day and they do want to help people.
Yeah, people are basically good-natured. So that's the most important thing about a pay-it-forward society is that we need to give humanity a chance to be human beings. And being a human being, and we've lost sight of this, is actually being able to show the quality of compassion, to be sympathetic to others, and especially those who are suffering. And we've completely lost sight of this. We're so cold to each other. Nobody really helps each other out because the system of ownership doesn't really allow us to. You see, when we try...
It's because ownership is all-consuming. And when something is yours, like in the movie The Lord of the Rings, you know, the deal with the ring was, the thing that consumed you eventually was, you know, you see Frodo going, it's mine, you know, or Gollum saying, it's mine, you know. That's just it. When something is yours...
You want to keep it to yourself.
You want to keep it to yourself, and you can become unnaturally attached to it.
And the system of ownership, really, what it creates is a hopelessness for people to...
especially for people who don't want to play Monopoly. Like, I don't want my kids to play Monopoly. I don't like playing Monopoly with my life. It's not fun.
No.
It's not really getting me anywhere. I don't think it gets really anybody anywhere because you don't really have the chance to really become what you
really want to be.
Or what maybe God intended you to be, because you're constantly trying to just pay to live on the planet, which is preposterous.
When all you really should be concerned about is living and loving other people and being loved and contributing. And That's true. Okay. That's all the time we have for you, folks. But come again for the next segment. Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Bye.